Hi everybody. I haven't made a video in a while, but due to certain world events, I'm going to talk about this, okay? I don't care, like, and honestly, I know I'm a small YouTuber, but any notification helps, like, any awareness helps. And we're gonna be conquering the world as Ukraine, okay? And mainly, we want to invade Russia, like Russia is invading Ukraine right now. And I'm very pro-Ukraine in this. Russia should get the hell out of Ukraine. Okay? They have no right being there. And they are like murdering civilians and stuff. And Russian people are against this. And the Russian government just arrested them. So I'm not going to get too into it, but yeah, that's some of the stuff this world is taking right now. It's very unfortunate that this is happening, and it's just terrible that it's happening. But yeah, Ukraine is going to take over the world. That's my little way, very little way of spreading awareness, I guess. So, as this is Dictators-NoPeace, we're going to have to go after these countries first, like the Balkans first. Before we're able to go after anywhere else, really. Well, the Balkans and some others. Since this is generally what I would consider the Balkans region. But you know how it gets in when you try to classify literally any term. So yeah, Belarus we want to take, since Belarus is being mean. Okay, where should we take? Advice for the dictator? No, I ain't a dictator. I'm the president of Ukraine now. Huh. Yeah, I'm not going to be as upbeat in this video because of the scenario I'm talking about. And making the video on, it's not something to be happy about. And so I'm just not going to be as upbeat. But nonetheless, I will make a video anyways, because even if I'm not upbeat, it doesn't matter, since we wanna, you know. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is probably gonna get 0 views. Also, sorry for the lack of uploads. Thought I told you this before, but lack of uploads, it's not good. However, I've been busy. I'm doing things in my normal life outside of videos. I'm busy almost every day from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night. So, and that by then I just want to sleep. Even then, I'm not getting enough sleep probably. But yeah, this is how I'm showing my support for Ukraine. Okay? And I'm going to talk more about it while just casually playing. And I want to give so much credit to the Ukrainian civilians and the president. The president was a comedian who was offered a TV show where he played the president of Ukraine, and he played such a good job that people were like, hey, you should run for president. And he did, and he won. But he's doing an amazing job. He's fighting with his people. Everybody in Ukraine well, not everybody, but a lot of people are fighting. And it's getting to the point where families in Kiev are moving their kids from over by Kiev, which is kind of above this E here, to like down by Romania. And like teenagers are escorting like 9-year-old cousins to that border without some adults because they're staying to fight, just trusting that they'll get over the border. Imagine yourself in those shoes. A teenager trying to explain to 9 and 12-year-olds, or 5-year-olds even, what's happening in this world, and just going away from your parents. I mean, you'd still probably have people you know, but still, running from your home, trying to flee to another country in fear that you'll be killed. Because that's the world we live in. I mean, Russia, Putin, the president or dictator of Russia, was the president of the KGB in the USSR. And he's taken Crimea in 2014. Crimea is this little peninsula. He's entered troops in these territories. And he's invaded like parts of Georgia, South Ossetia, and another breakaway state of Georgia. He's invaded that too. We just don't hear about it a lot in the West, which needs to change. You know? And it's not just Russia. Here are the states that are supporting Russia: China, Mongolia, North Korea, Kazakhstan, Serbia, and Belarus are all supporting Russia. However, Ukraine has the backing of pretty much the rest of Europe, and the North America, well, like Canada and the US support them. Oh, also Russia has the backing of Pakistan. Forgot to mention that, but yeah, they also have the backing of Pakistan. Which means if a world war, which is a scary thought, were to break out, it mean India would probably be on our side. Or they'd stay neutral, but that's not as likely. But yeah, that's the situation. And Russia just says it's a peacekeeping force, but Russian troops are fighting near major Ukrainian cities. It's not even about the breakaway states in Ukraine, it's about taking it over. And if Ukraine can't stop it and the West does nothing, that's it. That's a game. That Ukraine, out of all of these territories that Russia probably wants, after in a hypothetical, because Ukraine will hold them off, or hopefully the West will provide support. I pray that they will, and I'm not a religious person, but I pray they will, and the West will help. I pray. A Ukraine fighter pilot took down 6 Russian jets, just one day, which is great. But if Russia beats Ukraine, then he's gonna probably go after Georgia, Kazakhstan, Moldova, like, you know? Maybe even like stuff like Mongolia, Central Asia, like Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan. That all could be taken out. He wants to rebuild the old borders of the USSR, kind of. Okay? That's just what it is. And this world is horrid. Russia, even though we're placing some of the harshest sanctions in history, it still might not do anything. because China's probably still trading with them. What if, like, China seizes trade with the world, or if China does support, like, selling things to Russia, then what? You know? Ukraine? It's so wrong that Russia is invading. And it might not even stick to a conventional war, because Putin has said he'll, like, release the grandfather of all bombs, which is probably the Tsar Bomba, the biggest bomb in history. Like, it's like 16 times the height of Mount Everest, the mushroom cloud would be. So, okay. And the effects, if it was dropped on London, it would take all the way up to Berlin, parts of Norway, parts of Denmark, all the way down to, like, when France meets Iberia. That's how big that bomb would be if they choose to use it. And he probably won't hesitate to use it. So this world is horrid. It's terrible. And I don't know. I don't know how to respond to this scenario, you know? Russia tested us before the Olympics. They put troops all around the border of Ukraine. The West did nothing. And now it's sad to say it could be too late. And I hate saying that. Of course I hate saying that, because every Western nation, and even the people of Russia, some of them, support Ukraine. But Putin does nothing, because he's a dictator. He wants to rebuild the Soviet Union, basically. Yeah, I'm going to keep on this series, okay? I really don't care how, like, I don't care how many views this video gets. You know? It's just, if it does get any views at all, share it, okay? Share it with people and stuff. Because sharing the message supports my stance, okay? If you share this message, more people will know about Ukraine, the real things that are happening there. My teacher has, like, friends in Ukraine and stuff, and they are worried about being killed. In fact, they're friends with the top reporter in Ukraine, like the top news reporter internationally from Ukraine, and them and their, like, husband are some of the people Russia wants dead the most. People that, and that's a very personal tie. Even though I don't know them, it still hurts. Okay, it'd be like having one of your parents, well, not a parent, but you know, somebody you know's friend being murdered. And that's unacceptable for Russia to do. And I'm really divided because I don't know if, like, in an ideal world, we would send troops to Ukraine. But at the same time, that could mean nuclear Armageddon. So it's putting us in a, like, the government especially, in a really tough position. Because it could mean nuclear war, but they also don't want Ukraine to fall. So, as much as I think the government should do like some harsher, even harsher sanctions to Russia and try to like, I don't know, talk to Pakistan. I mean, the U.S. has good relations with Pakistan. We could maybe convince them, possibly, but even then, that's pretty unlikely. Anyways, I'm basically out of time. Didn't invade that much, but that's because I'm talking about this scenario, this real thing that's happening. So please share this. I'm gonna share it with all my friends and stuff. So please share it. If anything, share it. Okay? Goodbye, YouTube.